He started up the street. I fired webbing around his ankles, and he went down hard. I heard his teeth clack together when his chin hit pavement, and he lurched to hands and knees, spitting blood. The one whose hands I'd glued together swung them at me like a bat. I ducked easily and jabbed him once in the gut. The breath blew out of him, and he rocked back against the nearest wall, which left me facing Mike Tyson. He was a few inches taller than me, with long arms and fists about the size of holiday hams, for big families. He circled around me, stepping lightly on the balls of his feet, going up on his toes, keeping his heels off the ground. His right prodded the air in my direction, testing me. I ducked and dodged those big fists for a few seconds before I decided to quit playing and put these punks away. It had been a quiet night so far, but that could change. "You're hot stuff at the gym, huh?" I said. "I do okay." "I'll just bet." I stopped weaving and put my hands on my hips. "Go ahead then, give it to me, your best shot." "For reals?" I nodded instead of speaking. It felt less like a lie that way. I thought he might plant his feet, but he didn't. Instead, he came forward, still light on his feet, and when he threw a punch at me, it was like an uncoiling spring driven from the shoulder. Had it connected, it would have hurt. Not a lot. I am, after all, Spider-Man. Proportionate strength of a spider, yada yada yada. Still, it would have rattled my teeth, maybe given me that shock up and down the spine that a powerful blow does. What can I say? I cheated. I waited until he was off balance, pistoning that massive fist toward my jaw, and then I twitched my head ever so slightly. His fist flew over my shoulder. I caught the front of his baggy t-shirt with both hands and threw myself backward, curling my spine, bending my knees. I launched him off my legs. He slammed into his steel newspaper box about 9 feet behind me. The whole thing took maybe 2 minutes, tops. Not my fastest apprehension ever, but not bad. By the time the bodega owner caught up to us, I had all 4 thieves upright, disarmed, and webbed around a lamppost, back to back to back to back. The owner was in his 50s, I guessed, with salt and pepper hair and bloody smears across his forehead and the back of his left arm. Blood stained his sweat-soaked white shirt. He still held onto that shotgun, its twin barrels pointing toward the sidewalk. I held out the money sack, watching his hands. "Careful with that thing," I said. "Oh, I never keep it loaded," he said quietly. "That would be stupid, no? So many people on the streets." "Stupid, yes," I said. "Here, I think those guys took this from you." He released the shotgun with his left hand to reach for the money. "Thank you, Spider-Man," he said. His accent was Latin American, but I couldn't tell from where. "Thank you so much, my friend." "It's what I do." "I must return to my shop," he said. "I am alone there." "Of course," I said. "Go on back. These guys won't bother you anymore. If you could call the police when you get there, let them know where to pick up the package, that'd be just peachy. And get that forehead looked at as soon as you can." "May I offer you a reward, Spider-Man? Anything you like, only name it." $1 million in small, untraceable bills? "Thanks, I'm cool," I said. He didn't look good for it. Besides, I needed to get back to that roof and snag the stray gun before someone happened upon it. Hardest part of the hero gig sometimes, disposing of random firearms safely without waiting around for law enforcement. I left him standing in the street singing my praises and web-slung my way topside. The revolver was still there, much to my relief. I had already made a webbing backpack to carry the first gun, so I added this one to it. I'd have to haul them around until I ran across a cop, or else take the time to deliver them to a police station. Neither was ideal, but both beat having someone point them at me again, or at anyone else. Before heading home, I paused on the rooftop for a minute, wishing I had accepted at least a bottle of cool water as a reward. There are autumn nights in New York when you couldn't imagine why anyone would live anywhere else, when the evening takes on that perfect fall bite, crisp as a fresh apple, after a day that has featured clear blue skies overhead and the sun shining through gold and orange leaves like a promise that tomorrow all will be right with the world. This wasn't one of those nights. This was what Aunt May always called Indian summer, although that was probably no longer politically correct, and Native American summer had never really caught on. Anyway, nobody would want to claim such a sweltering, sticky day. Tempers flared and traffic jams seemed worse than ever, heat shimmering off the streets and the hoods of cars. Even the city's noise seemed louder on days like this one, and on the nights when the